Hey y'all. So, women, ladies, girls, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's have a little sisterhood thing going on. If you are single and you have a history of failed marriages or failed relationships, whatever you've always done, I want you to stop doing it because it's not working. Not all men are predators, but most of them are. They approach women, and we talked about this many times, they approach with their hand out. What can I get? Gimme, 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 gimme. So many people, not just men, but in relationships, men are predators. A lot of men are predators, sexual hunters, sexual predators. And they are looking to take. And you know what makes that worse? We're taught that way. We're taught to give, 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 give. So that equation equals being taken advantage of. They are taught to take, and we are taught to give. Can you cook for them? Can you do their laundry? Like his hands are broken. Don't do this. It makes him mad. Don't say that. It makes him mad. Don't wear that nail polish. He doesn't like it. Don't laugh like that. It's too loud. Dance, dance, dance. Cook his favorite meal. This is why relationships have to be reciprocal. They have to be reciprocal. Society and our stupid families and grandparents teach the women, the girls, you gotta give, 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 give. You gotta prove that you're worthy. You gotta, do all the wife things before you're married so he'll want to marry you. That's stupid and asinine and ridiculous. There's no incentive for a man to marry you if you're acting like a wife without the ring. Well, he just saved $2,000 or however much a ring costs. He just saved a boatload of money because he's willing to have a wife without the ring and without the commitment. You're auditioning. And I know I listened to one talk show podcast where she said she was auditioning. Those are words that came out of her own mouth. I'm auditioning to be a wife so that he'll want to marry me. Girl, that don't work. That don't work. It don't. It just doesn't work. Let me do all the wifely things so that you can save money on a ring and not commit to me for real. That's what you're doing. He's getting everything without the effort. If when he's looking for a job, the phone is ringing for companies to hire, we want to hire you, there's no reason for him to get up, cut his hair, shave his face, put on nice clothes, and go looking for a job. If the jobs are ringing his phone off the hook, he's just going to lay in bed or lay on a couch and watch TV. He don't really have to look for a job because the jobs are coming to him. Well, that's not reality, right? Right. One of the biggest turnoffs, and you got so many guys in churches do this nonsense. They're hunting for someone they could take advantage of. So what do they do? And this is the biggest turnoff. Asking me, do you cook? You know why he's asking that? Because I want you to take care of me because I'm a taker. And I want you to cook for me. I want you to do for me. Me, me, me. And you have to put yourself as a woman or young lady, you have to put yourself in a position of receiving. Okay? Not giving. Because our parents taught us wrong. Our grandparents taught us wrong. Run around and cater to the man. Cater to him. Go on now. Put on that favorite dress. He likes blue. Put the blue dress on. Learn how to cook so you can cook for your man. I learned how to cook so I can eat. I didn't learn to cook for no man. Can I? Yes. But I'm not doing it just because I'm trying to give, because you want to take. Me cooking for you doesn't do shit for me. You have to have that attitude. And I'm going to tell you something else. You need to watch Queen Maker. I don't agree with everything, but I do agree with a lot of what she says. Queen Maker, she'll tell you point blank that men ain't shit. I'm going to add not all men. Okay, there's a small percentage of men that are decent, but most of them aren't, which is why so many women are giving up on relationships. They don't want to be involved with nobody no more ever again because they're just tired. They're plumb tired. Plumb tired. You give so much that there's nothing left for you to have for yourself. And you know what's worse about that? Whoever you're giving it to like that, they don't appreciate it no way. They expect it, they want it, but they don't appreciate it. They expect it, but they don't respect it. 9 times out of 10, they don't respect it. They want you to jump through hoops, jump up in the air like you're a seal catching a fish that was thrown in the air. They want you to jump like a seal, but they don't appreciate it. They always want to tap your booty, but they don't appreciate it. They don't respect it. They don't respect you. And the more you give, the more they want you to give. And like I told you before, my ex-friend, who I got rid of, he's a narcissist, and I'm just done with his hatefulness. Take that and shove it up your ass. I'm done. We were at my grandmother's house, and grandma goes in typical grandma mode. Go ahead and fix him a plate. She's done that on more than one occasion. I hate that shit. Again, she was taught that way, so she doesn't know no better, really, honestly. But what does that get me? He sits on his throne and I give him a plate. You think he'd do the same for me? No. No. Because we still have this 1800s mentality that you stay home and do everything and, he's going to receive everything. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to be happy if you're a healthy male. You're supposed to be happy to show her that you're decent because a lot of men ain't shit. So you're more than happy to prove to her, hey, I know what my sisters have been through. I know what my female cousins, aunties, my mom's been through with these dudes. And one thing that I'm not going to do is act like them. I'm going to show you that I'm not going to tell you how awesome and how different I am. I'm going to show it to you, and I'm going to show it to you consistently, whether we've been together 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 25 years, 45 years, 50 years. I will stay consistent. Words don't mean nothing. It don't mean a hill of beans. Anybody can tell you anything. Anybody could tell you anything, and they do, and they will. You got, and I've talked about this before, magazines that tell you the do's and don'ts so you don't make a man mad. You know what? Look here. I don't give a shit what makes them mad. Because you shouldn't be getting mad no way, especially when you first start to meet somebody, and there's a difference between you're upset about something and you're going to be evil to your partner because you're upset. Major difference. A mature adult can still come home from work, a healthy male can still come home from work, kiss his wife and say, hey babe, how you doing? And she's like, okay, what's wrong? Oh, I'm really pissed off. A lot of things went sideways at work today, and I'm really pissed. I am pissed. And then he can vent, or he can choose not to vent, because men don't always feel the need to vent. Sometimes they want to go in the cave and stay in there and process. or watch mindless TV and he don't want you bugging him. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Do you still love me? What's going on? You're acting very weird. Leave a man alone. Let him breathe. Let him breathe. Now, a toxic man is going to come home and scream and throw dishes and punch his wife and kick the dog because he's psycho. We don't want that. You don't want that. A person can be upset without being a psychopath. You should not be yelled at. You should not be hit. You should not be abused in any way. And when a couple, we'll take a married couple, for example, what happens when a man and a woman who hopefully love each other are intimate with each other, physically intimate with each other? She receives him. When you are courting, that's the nature of it, right? When you are courting your healthy male and you're courting a woman, a young lady, you should be giving, not taking. You should be giving. And I don't mean giving because you're love bombing, because you're a god dang narcissist or otherwise toxic person. You're manipulating through giving. We're not talking about that. We're talking about healthy giving, where you give because I want you to know that I'm different. I want you to know that I'm not a pervert. I want you to know that I have real feelings for you and I'm intrigued by your personality and I would love to get to know you better with our clothes on. I can get a piece of butt anywhere. I want to get to know you for who you are on a soul level. And I'm going to tell you something else, ladies, and this is a red flag too. If a guy is supposedly so into you, but you have to twist his arm in order for him to share one of your passions with you, and I've been through that I don't know how many times, it's a huge turnoff. If a guy's supposedly into you, he should be excited to try it at least once, even if it's not his thing, even if it scares him, even if it makes him nervous. If he's willing to get to know you and he genuinely likes you, he'd be willing to try it at least once, depending on what it is. If, the only thing I asked for was, for people to join me in nature and that kind of thing. I went on float trips years and years ago. They don't have any interest in any of that. They just don't. They just want to slap skins. They don't want to do, again, I want to, I'm a taker, but I want to give you my meat. No. You shouldn't have to twist his arm. Now, if it's something that's passionate to you, but it's something that terrifies him, he's got a phobia, he's not going to do it because he's terrified. For example, if you're an adventurous type woman and you want to zip line for the first time, or the second or third time, who knows? If he's got a phobia for heights, that's not the best thing to ask him to do with you because he's got a fear of heights, okay? So that's not going to work. But if you play, I don't know, maybe there's some women that play golf. You play golf and he's not willing to try it, or you are going to go to, you're a foodie and you want to try different samples of different restaurants and, would you like to come along? Everything that you want to do within reason and he don't want to do it, there's your sign. That's a red flag. That's a red flag. And I told you this before. Their excuses and reasons why they can't do it, oh Lord, wraps around the world about 10 times. The whole planet, there's an endless list of reasons. When the real reason is, I'm not that interested in you. So anything that you're passionate about, I really don't care. I do care about getting you naked, though. I do care about getting access to your money. Speaking about money, here's another thing that's subtle, but it's not subtle if you ever got this question. There's a reason you're being asked this question. Men are takers, except in the bed, then they'll give you some meat. But if a man asked you, ladies, if they ask you, do you rent or own your home? You not only don't want to answer that question because it's none of your business. Um, Number two, they're trying to find out what your finances are like. And we've talked about this before many times. If you're going to come into an inheritance one day, or you own your home, you bought it when you were 25 years old because you're a hustler and you are working your tail off and you managed to get your own home. You don't advertise that to anybody because you set yourself up to be used. You set yourself up to be used. Next thing you know, I'm in love with you so much. Nobody falls in love quicker than a narcissist looking for a place to live. I love you so much. I can't resist you anymore. Uh-huh. Yeah, someone asking you, do you rent or own, that is none of your business. The only time it is the person's business, you are engaged and you're going to obviously plan on getting married. And if you own your home, that, are you planning to relocate to be with him, or you're going to get a bigger house when you get married? You're going to move in with him and he's going to move in with you, whatever the case is. If you're going to relocate, you're going to need to know what you're going to do with your house. Are you going to sell it? Are you going to rent it out? What are you going to do? So in that situation, it's a totally different ballgame because you're planning a life together. But somebody just meeting you, do you own or rent? None ya. None your business. I had a guy ask me about my finances. I don't know this fool from a can of paint. I think a good response to that is, do you normally go around asking people personal questions about their financial situation? Do you normally do that? And do you not think that something's wrong with that? You flip that shit back to them because it's 1000% inappropriate. Again, they want to take. I know of, not them personally, but I know of guys in Atlanta where a lot of them are bisexual and a lot of them are gay pretending they're straight. Y'all better be careful. I would not date a man in Atlanta. You must be crazy. Unless he's going to college there and he's not from there. Because a lot of them, oh, honey, please. Yeah. But the one girl, she was on YouTube, a while back, and she was talking about how dating in Atlanta and how awful it is. And she said, and I had a guy, I think he either moved in with her or was trying to. His house was supposedly, quotation marks, being built, but it wasn't. And he was homeless. But he looked good, he dressed good, and he smelled good. You know why? Because all the women he's humping for a place to stay, he showers at their place and gets all jazzied up for the next girl. So his hair is on point, his clothes are on point, he's bathed, showered, whatever, shaved, and smells good, fresh and clean, smells decent. He don't look homeless. But he's homeless because he's bouncing from woman to woman to woman to woman for a place to stay. When you get it in your head, and you already know about the book, What Men Don't Want Women to Know, they're such predators. And they take all the time. They're always looking for an opportunity to take something. When you realize their true nature, not all, the majority, when you realize that's their true nature, when do you leave them the hell alone and stop dating? They're supposed to spend their money. They're supposed to court you properly. If she's got to pay for herself, then why don't she just go out by herself? You're supposed to be impressing her. If a guy is not trying to impress you, and I don't mean we're going to a restaurant and spend $250 on our meals. That's stupid. All right? I'm not into wasting money like that. I mean, I could go to Applebee's for a 2 for $25 meal. I'm good. I don't believe in going above and beyond and all that other stupidness. That's just wasting money. If people are in a financial position and they want to do it, that's on them. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. That's just crazy. But they just want to take too much. That's a turnoff. Somebody asking you, do you cook? I told one guy with an attitude, I think it was a guy from church, I said, well, yeah, because if I don't eat. With an attitude because I don't appreciate you approaching me with your hand out. I went on a date with another guy, and I talked about this before. This was years ago. I'm so exhausted with their shit. Um, Went out years ago. We just went to eat, and we went back to my house, which is only an hour and a half away. And he's talking about he's hungry. How are you hungry when you just ate? He wants to see if I'm a fool. He wants to see if I go, oh, really? Let me jump up and make you a meal. What do you want? If I don't have it, I'll go get it at the store. I'm not getting you shit. We just ate. He wanted to see if I was a dummy. If I am going to give. Because he's going to take. You ain't taking from me, bitch. I don't even know you. And I think that was such a turnoff for him because he was a good looking guy. He used to play semi-pro football, and he is built like a football player. And he's based on his muscles and the fact that he looks halfway decent. I've gotten the impression that women have gone above and beyond for him. And of course, they're going to suck it up and take it all and give nothing in return. Except stress, headaches, high blood pressure, poor health, all of that. You know, they're takers. They're predators and they're takers. Most of them. The ones who aren't, we love you. We love ya. But y'all are few and far in between. Don't think it's, this is a normal status quo. It isn't. Take. And so far as the dating thing, let me clarify. He should date you in the beginning. He should court you in the beginning. When you are in a serious relationship and he has shown you that he respects and cares about you, and it's not a short time thing, where he's faking. He's actually a good person and you feel good when you're with him. Your body will tell you if he's a bad person. Your body will freaking tell you. You gotta dang listen. You gotta listen. If you're in a serious relationship, then it's perfectly okay. You've been together, I don't know, 6 months to a year, maybe longer. I don't know. You'll know yourself what feels good and what doesn't. Then there's nothing wrong with, he's like, you're like, I want to go to this new restaurant that opened up. Well, babe, I don't get paid till Friday. That's okay. I got money. Let's go. Or even, if anybody's on a fixed income, well, they got a certain day per week they have specials, or every day they have a special. So let's check it out. I'll pay for it. I got it. But for a guy to want you to do that right out the gate, he don't give a shit about you. He don't care about you. He don't want to impress you. He don't want to invest his raggedy money on you. He don't want to do nothing. He just wants to do what he wants to do the way he wants to do it. And let me tell you something else. Honey bunny, you better listen real carefully when guys tell you, and some of them are so brazen that they will tell you, I do what I want to do. I don't, I do what I want when I want. Some of them are bold enough to tell you that. Guess what, baby? That's what you're signing up for. I've even heard them say, tell me directly, this is who I am. Take me or leave me. I don't have to change. I said, no, you don't have to change, but you don't have to be with me either. Click. And I hung up in his face. I'm not going to deal with that arrogant attitude. Who do you think you are?
I don't have to change for nobody. This is who I am, and you just got to accept that. I don't have to accept Jack.
And I don't need your negative attitude, and I don't need that arrogance. You take that over there with Sally Sue, because this one over here, I'm not putting up with that. You're not bringing me goodness. You're bringing me headaches. You got to go. You got to go. You cannot be afraid to be alone. You girls have got to, y'all, my sisters, we having a group meeting today. Y'all have got to stop clinging to losers. You have got to freaking stop it. You can look at some people and know they ain't got shit going on with their life. Dude got tats on his face. He got tats all up the side of his neck. I'm not against tattoos. I have tattoos. But he ain't never going to work a quality job looking like that. No corporate America wants to see tats up your side of your neck and tats on your face. There's exceptions to the rule. If he owns his own business and he's a tattoo artist, that's a different ballgame. He owns his own business. He makes a killing off of tattoos, especially big ones. They make very good money. It's not cheap to get a tattoo, all right? Or he's a musician and he makes very good money doing that or whatever. But most jobs, they're not going to tolerate that. Regular jobs, they're not going to put up with that. You could look at some dudes and know that they ain't about nothing. Let me tell you something else. There's a couple. Their relationship was tumultuous. First of all, there's red flags that are smacking you right in your face. This dude was in prison. If you don't know nothing about inmates, you know that they go in prison a criminal and they come out a better criminal. And they also come out, in some cases, in a lot of cases, bisexual. They always been with women. They go to prison. They get broken in by men. They get to liking it. And now, he's involved with both. They come out a better prisoner than when they went in. He was an inmate. He was in jail before. What does she do? She overlooks it. Well, everybody can change, and everybody can make the choice to be a better person. Right, if they want to. He didn't want to. The relationship was tumultuous. So, number one, red flag, he was in prison. Number two, I don't remember what he was in prison for. Number two, they had a tumultuous relationship. They argued all the time. That's a red flag too. That's not a healthy relationship. Fighting, arguing constantly. Especially in a situation where the person's trying to make you obey and you don't want to obey because you're not a 5-year-old child, you're an adult. Well, that's going to cause arguments and that person's going to get mad because they're treating you like a child. I want to hump you like you're grown, but I want to treat you like you're a child. That don't work. Okay? We're gonna screw like we're grown-ups, and then I'm gonna be your daddy, and I'm gonna tell you what you gonna do and how you gonna do it. Yeah, okay. No. So, tumultuous in prison, tumultuous relationship, cannot get along for squat. So what does she turn around and do? Marry him. She married him. Why? I have no idea. Did you honestly think the minute somebody says I do, they're going to become a good person? Are you kidding me? He made jokes about killing people when they were, recording themselves on social media. I'll kill somebody. I don't mind going back to jail. I got short man syndrome. These are the words that came out of his mouth. I got an anger problem. I don't play. I'll go back to prison. Not long after they were married, got into a stupid ass argument. That's another way that toxic people control you. They constantly have to fight with you so that you just never know, when it's peaceful, it's not going to last. It keeps you on your toes and It's just a control tactic. I want to keep you stressed out all the time. I want to control your emotions by constantly picking fights with you. It's a control mechanism. They argued about something stupid after they were married. He threw lighter fluid on her and set her on fire. She was struggling to make it. She was unconscious, but she eventually died. What you see is what you're going to get. You saw he was poisonous in the beginning. You saw it was poisonous the longer you dated, the more poisonous he became. And then you thought I do was going to change it. I do makes it worse. What? I do makes it worse. Okay. There's another lady. I posted the video a long time ago, or not long time ago, but a while back. I don't know if I could find it again. He lied about his address. She went looking for his address, and it was it was an empty lot. That wasn't a real address, so he lied about that. Red flag number one. He hurried up and moved in with her. Red flag number two. Why don't you have your own place? Why you got to be up her world? Y'all getting to know each other. You don't need to be up under each other's house, up under the same roof, living there. Her house is not a bed and breakfast or a hotel. What are you doing? And what are you doing that you're letting him move in with you? It's ridiculous. And he lied about the address. That should have been a red flag, and that should have been I'm out. Because that's a sign of no integrity. When a person has no integrity, getting married doesn't fix that. They argued and this and that. They got married. He eventually killed her. How many more women have to die before you realize that they're predators and they're murdering women left and right? Left and right and left and right and right and left. There are endless videos and endless criminal documentaries regarding men who have eliminated their woman, their partner, their wife, their girlfriend, their fiance, whatever. They don't like us. You got to get that in your head. They don't like us. They don't respect us. The majority of them don't. That's why you have to screen them, and you have to screen them carefully. Keep your goddamn clothes on, because that fogs your memory and it just clogs your brain with hormones, and your brain stops working correctly. Literally, your brain quits working correctly. You act stupid when he tags you. That's another reason why they approach with their ring in their hand, because they know that they're going to dip the wand in the ink, and next thing you know, you're going to be acting dumb. Move in with me. Yay. We're in love. Yay. Stupid. Just plumb dumb. You got to use your brain. Stop getting knocked up by them. And as long as you keep your drawers up and use birth control, just in case you get silly one night or had too much to drink, which I would not advise you to drink too much in front of someone that you're trying to get to know, because that's another way that people take advantage of you. Have some more tequila. It's good for you. Next thing you know, or they could drop something in your drink. You don't want to drink? I'll fix you. You're going to do what I want you to do today. Okay? They're predators. Most of them, majority of them, like I said, the ones that aren't, we love you. Mwah. Thank you for not being typical. But most of them are predators and monsters. You've got to screen them carefully. You've got to watch their body language. You have to watch and listen very closely to what they say, what questions they ask you, how they behave. Are they interested in what you do, or is everything that you want to do boring to them? They may not come out and say it's boring, but they're like, yeah, no, I don't want to. Well, let's do this. No, I can't. I'm just too tired. Well, why don't we do this on Saturday? You'll be rested up because you're not working. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that either. I got some other things I need to do. That's a red flag too. Somebody that's impressed by you, someone who is interested in you, someone who thinks you're cool. They're going to want to do cool things with you. They're going to be exciting to do things with you. As long as they're with you, that's all that matters. And I don't mean a manipulator. I'm talking about a healthy person. They should not be telling you no every time you want to do something fun that you're excited about. And you shouldn't tell them no for everything that they're excited about. Try it at least once. That's a sign that a guy is not interested.
Oh, I can't do that, or I don't want to do it. I'm too tired.
God knows I'm tired. Yeah, right. You ain't too tired if she drops her drawers. Never too tired for that. Never. Okay? Y'all got to learn to leave these fools alone. The women are getting killed left and right and left, up and down. And it's alarming the rate in which these women are losing their lives behind these loser, toxic males. Real men don't do that, so they're males, not real men. This is a common occurrence. Men eliminating women taking their lives because they hate us. There's an epidemic of men hating women. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. There are some women who do the same. They will eliminate their partners, and I don't like them either. I don't like them either. It don't matter the gender. If you're crazy, you're crazy, and what you're doing is out of line, and you'll be in prison, hopefully, for the rest of your life. Hopefully. Hopefully. Y'all got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. And when you put your foot down, you don't have to scream. You don't have to yell. You don't have to tell this person off. You just stop talking to them and block them on your phone. It's just that simple. You block them. Do you rent or own your home? Excuse me? What does that have to do with anything? Why are you asking me that? Well, I'm just saying. And I'm just saying I don't think we're on the same page. Click, block. You don't have to get hateful. Just block them. You don't like confrontation? You don't have to have confrontation. You block them. That's not a confrontation. That's a door being slammed in their face because you already know where their head is at. Some women allow men to talk them out of not completing school.
You don't need no education. All you need is me.
Girl. Look here. You just got to start using your brain. You don't allow anyone. That's a red flag. That is slapping and flapping right in front of your face. Somebody trying to prevent you from getting a better job, going to school. Because I'm going to tell you something that Queenmaker said. And you know what? I'll tell you what I'm going to do because I love y'all. I am going to find the video that I saw today. It is a compilation of multiple people talking about, and men also, talking about what men look for and how they manipulate and lie and this and that. And Queenmaker is on there, and she's going to tell you some things that are going to smack you in the head. I will post it in the description. It's a powerful video. Watch the whole thing. They don't like us. They don't respect us. They hate our guts. Most of them hate us. They want to screw your lights out because they know it scrambles your brains. But somebody desiring you is not flattery. That's not complimentary to you. He wants to do that with everybody and anybody. You got to start using your brain. And if you get a chance to watch Queenmaker, baby, you got to watch her. She'll tell you how these males are, how these so-called men are. And we learned how perverted they are by the book, What Men Don't Want Women to Know. We already learned. They're horrible. Their behavior is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible behavior. And I've never known in the history of my life, I've never seen men eliminate women at the high rate of speed that they're doing nowadays. That should be a red flag too. Okay? You don't want to be next. But he was so nice. Yeah, but he killed her. Y'all got to be careful. You just got to be careful. They're not worth it. They're just not worth it. make them prove that they are different. You don't give them your money, your body, access to your house, access to your children. They are takers. Let them give. If they don't want to give, send them down the road. I will put the video that I saw today with Queenmaker and multiple other people on there. I will put it in the description. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.